It Gets Real with Karina. Each week, Karina will discuss serious topics and is not shy to tell you how it is. On her show, she covers day-to-day situations and provides her opinion along with feedback from her listeners.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to It Gets Real with Karina. We are diving into episode 5 of our From Drained to Delivered series. And today's episode is one that's close to my heart, choosing peace on purpose. Now, let's be real. Peace isn't always the easy choice, especially when you've been conditioned to survive chaos, to normalize dysfunction, to stay connected to people who constantly disturb your spirit. But I want to talk today about what it looks like to stop reacting and start choosing. Choosing peace over proving, choosing peace over performing, choosing peace over pleasing. Not just praying for it, not just posting about it, but living in it. Let's get into it. I want you guys to kill the myth real quick. Peace is not passive. It's not just sitting in a bubble bath or playing ocean sounds while your life falls apart. Peace is a discipline. Peace is a boundary. Peace is sometimes a fight. And here's the wild part. Some of us are so used to being in survival mode that peace actually feels unfamiliar, unsettling, even boring. Why? Because we've tied our identity to dysfunction. We've made a home in chaos. We've gotten used to being needed instead of being nurtured. So when life calms down, we go looking for the storm. But in this season, we're not chasing chaos. We're choosing peace on purpose, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it costs us people, places, or patterns. Let me be honest. I haven't always chosen peace, but there was a season where I stayed in friendships and relationships that drained me. Not because I didn't know better, but because I didn't want to be alone. I thought my presence could change them. I thought I could pray them into healing. I thought being the strong one was noble. But what I learned is this. You can't heal in the same environment that made you sick. And you can't keep choosing chaos and expect peace to just show up and settle in. I had to learn to walk away from what disturbed my spirit, even if it was familiar, even if it looked good on paper, even if I loved them. Choosing peace cost me some company, but it gave me clarity, it gave me strength, and it gave me me. Here are some signs you might be subconsciously choosing chaos over peace. You say yes when you really want to say no. You avoid conflict by shrinking or silencing yourself. You feel guilty for resting or setting boundaries. You keep trying to fix people who won't fix themselves. You stay busy to avoid being alone with your thoughts. Let me remind you, peace isn't the absence of problems. It's the presence of alignment. If you have to abandon yourself to stay connected, that's not peace. That's bondage dressed up in loyalty. One of the biggest blocks to peace, control. We want to manage everything. People's reactions, how we're perceived, outcomes we can't predict. But choosing peace means surrendering control. It means trusting that you don't have to fight every battle. It means letting God handle what your anxiety is trying to carry. Sometimes peace looks like not replying to that text, walking away without closure, saying no without explanation, not defending your name, just protecting your energy. You are not responsible for other people's comfort with your healing. Let's talk practical. How do you actually choose peace on purpose? 1, You check your circle. Who surrounds you? Do they fuel your peace or disrupt it? Peace thrives in safe community. 2, start your day in stillness. Even 5 to 10 minutes of prayer, journaling, or silence can shift your posture for the day. 3, say no without explaining. Let your no be a complete sentence. Peace is often found on the other side of discomfort. 4, release the outcome. Do your best. Let God handle the rest. 5, listen to your body. If you're anxious every time you leave a conversation or relationship, that's not peace. That's your spirit waving a red flag. Let's do a quick journal check-in. Ask yourself, where in my life am I tolerating chaos when I could be choosing peace? What belief makes me think I don't deserve calm, quiet, or stability? Who do I become when I stop performing and start protecting my peace? Listen, peace is not weakness. Peace is power. Peace is wisdom. Peace is divine. You deserve to rest. You deserve to breathe. You deserve to be free. Whew, that was a word. If nobody told you today, you don't have to wait for peace to find you. You can choose it. You can build it. You can protect it. Even if it means walking alone for a season. Even if it means disappointing people who benefited from your chaos. Choose peace on purpose. Because the version of you that's healed, whole, and calm is powerful beyond measure. I want you guys to know that deciding to choose peace over chaos is very important. A lot of times we sit back in the shadows because we want to please everyone. We don't want to disturb whatever negative spirit that is in that atmosphere. But sometimes you got to disturb it, because if you don't, you're going to keep leaving the atmosphere depleted, disturbed, and upset. It's time to take a stand on your peace. It's time to start standing up for yourself. I know sometimes we sacrifice and we say, okay, it might get better. I'm only doing this to get to the next level. But let's be honest. Let's be real. Sometimes that atmosphere is stunting your growth and the next level is nowhere to be found. If you're in an area, whether it be a home, a job, a relationship, and you're uneased at the spirit surrounding you, then it's time to go. If you have mentioned that you are uneased and there isn't any steps being taken to allow you to feel more comfortable, allow you to feel more loved, then it's time to go. I was previously in a job that really stole my peace. And it was dressed up in beauty. Luxury area. Nice spot. But when I walked in, I felt like I was in a prison. I didn't feel comfortable. There were always hate, the negative chatter. They were making me feel unseen. There were things that were happening that made me feel disrespected. And I sacrificed my time there for a year. And the reason why it took me so long to finally leave was because I felt like I needed to be there. I felt like that particular place was a stepping stone. And we always say, well, God is putting us through this for a reason. A lot of times it don't even be God. Like we always say God, God, God. But one thing about God, He's not going to allow you to be hurt. When you have a purpose, a very strong purpose at that, He is not going to allow you to go through hell and high waters in order to get to the other side. I know sometimes we do feel like every single part of our lives is to get to the next step, but that is not always true. Sometimes we stay in places and deal with people far too long. If you're hurting right now in the name of love, loyalty, or calling, like I was saying, I just want to tell you, your purpose will never require you to be broken. That situation that I was in for a year, I just stayed way too long. It was not my process. And although I thought God was building me through it, there's a difference between being stretched and being shattered. Your purpose might make you uncomfortable. It might push you. It might require growth, but it would never require you to lose yourself, your peace, or your worth. Some of us are confusing dysfunction with destiny. We're calling abuse anointed, calling toxic people our assignment, and all it's doing is draining the very life out of us. You don't have to bleed to be called. You don't have to break to be worthy. You don't have to stay where you're only celebrating when you're silent. Listen to me. God can use your brokenness, but He never designed your purpose to break you. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to choose healing over hustle. And it's more than okay to say, I deserve to be whole while I walk in my calling. If this hits your spirit, I would love for you guys to share it with someone who needs the reminder. Your purpose will never require you to be broken. I just know that God has so much in store for all of us. And we're definitely in a trying time and in a trying season all over the world. And I just want you to know that God is not done with us. Everything that we're going through is going to work out. Anything, any trial, any tribulation that you're going through currently is going to work out. And never think that you don't deserve peace in your life, on your job, in your relationship, in your household. You deserve it all because you are worthy. You are worthy of it. I just want to appreciate everybody who has been tuning in these past 5 episodes of my series. I am so excited that we are wrapping it up and we're moving on to the next. I would love for you guys to hit me up on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. All of my socials are posted, and you can shoot me a text on here if it's some topics that you would like for me to talk about. I would love for you to chime in so we can just chop it up and keep it real. Let me know if you have any questions about any of my episodes. I would love to hear from you. I just love chopping it up with y'all. I know a lot of things that I go through in life, I'm not the only one that goes through it. So when I get on here, this is not just an outlet for you guys, but it's an outlet for me. And I truly, 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 truly hope that my podcast is changing lives. It is encouraging people. It is uplifting people. And I'm grateful for those who support me through this journey. Podcasting is something that I love to do. I am a journalist. I've been doing radio since college, y'all. And it is only getting better. I'm so excited for what's to come. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And I want you guys to know it gets real, but it gets better. Talk to you on the next episode.